Hey, what a week in the news, right? Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced that the U.S. Senate has abandoned its long-standing dress code that required jackets and ties for men and business attire for ladies, mostly so that Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman, who dresses like a junior high soccer player, will get to wear a hoodie, shorts, and sandals on the Senate floor. Hey, did Fetterman think he was running for student council when he campaigned to be a senator, huh? I mean, is showing a bit of respect for the institution or maybe the prestige of the Capitol building itself not enough itself to at least wear something other than what a stoned-out gamer would be wearing while absorbed in hours of PlayStation, for heaven's sakes? 70-year-old Senator Susan Collins joked that she might wear a bikini to the Senate. No disrespect to the senator, but gosh, I hope not. But if she wants to wear a muumuu or some sweatpants, knock yourself out. Mitt Romney, who is fortunately announcing he's retiring from the Senate, I predict that he will probably start showing up in flip-flops because no one is better at flip-flops than Mitt, that's for sure. Yeah. Okay, maybe instead of lowering the standard of the Senate dress code, Chuck Schumer should have just asked the junior senator from Pennsylvania to literally put on his big boy pants and come to the Senate chamber dressed like a grown-up, okay? Maybe that would have been better. I mean, what's next? Casual Friday in the Capitol being clothes optional? Oh. I mean, that sight would sure set up a government shutdown that would truly unite the country, right? Democrats, Republicans, and independents would mutually demand the closure of the nation's capital should that happen. I mean, the term naked and afraid would simply be changed to Congress naked and the taxpayers are afraid. By the way, in other news, the debate continues to rage as to whether there should be an age limit for people serving in government. Sure, Joe Biden is 80. But his press secretary said this week that 80 is the new 40. I ain't buying that. Folks, when I was 40, I didn't have to be led on and off a stage like a terrified 3-year-old in a church Christmas pageant. And I could at least speak a complete sentence without screaming or doing the loud whisper routine like someone off his meds.
You're going to pay somewhere between 20 and 40% less in those other countries. Same exact drug, made by the same exact company.
I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. I wrote the bill on the environment. Pay them more.
What is that about? Really? I'm going to continue this. You know, it's really not age that people are worried about. I mean, Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa is 89. He still runs every day. He is as coherent as people a third of his age and one of the most decent people in Washington. You know, it's not how old, but it's how competent. Heck, Clint Eastwood is in his 90s. He's still writing, directing, and acting in some great movies. And get this, Mick Jagger is the same age as Joe Biden. But imagine Joe Biden doing this.
At 80 years, young Sir Michael Philip Mick Jagger is still living the rock star life to the fullest. We wish him a very happy birthday. Entertainment Bureau report, WION, World is One.
Hey, I'm not even close to 80, but I can't do that. Folks, it's not that Joe is 80. It's that he slobbers through his sentences and shuffles around like he's trying to find his nurse at the senior citizens home. That's the issue. And if that wasn't enough drama for the week, here's one that turned all our heads. The U.S. Marines lost an F-35 fighter plane. As Joe would say, not a joke, not making it up. No, the pilot ejected, but the plane kept flying, and for nearly 28 hours, the military could not find it. They couldn't find it. An F-35 fighter jet, the most sophisticated stealth jet in history. I guess we didn't realize just how stealth it really was. Our government couldn't find it, and they asked the public, be on the lookout for a F-35. I mean, that's what we expect out of a $100 million airplane. I mean, they had to issue an Amber Alert for the doggone thing. My iPhone has a feature that will help me find my phone if I lose it. You can buy little luggage tags to track your bags for about $10. Maybe in the next round of these planes, when we're spending $100 million for one, we ought to add that feature in there. Right? My wife loses her iPhone at least once a week, and her keys every other week. But we always find her phone and her keys, and they aren't nearly as big or as expensive as a jet fighter. But don't worry about that cost. Turns out it was fully insured. As the insurance commercial says, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Now we've seen more than a thing or two. Makes me wonder just who's running the military these days. Oh, that's right. It's Joe Biden. Now I get it. Enough said. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I hope you will now. The button is just below this video, and there's a little bell next to it. If you click on those, YouTube will reluctantly start letting you know when we've got a new video uploaded.